The strategy for Scouting. The purpose of the strategy is to achieve the mission of the movement. It helps us focus on what's important. It helps us to make choices. It helps us to work together. It helps us to have a shared vision of the future. Let's have a look at where we've been, where we're going, and the important destinations on the way. Here's the roadmap for the strategy.
During these years, the building blocks for the strategy were put in place. Scouting around the world agreed on a definition of the youth program and a common approach to working with volunteers. The management of our national organizations was strengthened and we changed our system for paying fees. The mission statement was agreed in 1999, which was the first step we took in developing the strategy. Associations around the world were engaged in a process to develop and agree the strategy for Scouting. In Thessaloniki, we discussed the 7 strategic priorities and identified the support that we would need to put this plan into place. During this year, materials and tools were produced to support all aspects of the strategy. At regional level, you worked on amending your strategic plans to bring them in line with the strategy. Links were made between the centenary and the strategy. Members of the World Scout Committee visited regional conferences and discussed with you the implementation of your strategies. The results showed that a good number, but not all of you, are using the strategy to support planning in your association. An interim report published the work undertaken by the World Scout Committee and World Scout Bureau to support the strategy. Now, everyone hears how the strategy is progressing, nationally and worldwide, and contributes to the plans to measure our progress in the future. Everyone can discuss the plans for the future to make sure that the strategy will help Scouting grow and develop as our centenary approaches. We can focus on planning the centenary of Scouting to achieve results. The centenary of Scouting begins. As Scouts and former Scouts, we can renew our commitment to the movement. The evaluation process starts. The results of our evaluations are presented to the World Scout Conference in Korea, and we discuss and decide upon our plans for the future. New tools and resources are produced, and you discuss the plans in detail at your regional conferences. Progress on this next phase of the strategy will be reported to the World Scout Conference.
The roadmap looks ahead 5 years into the future beyond our centenary celebrations. And there are important decisions that we have to take at this conference to make sure that Scouting is fit and healthy beyond 2007. We need to decide how we are going to measure progress in the strategy so that we know what impact it has had on Scouting worldwide. We need to link the strategy and the centenary. We should build on our achievements in the strategy as we plan our activities for the centenary. The centenary will then be a launching pad, taking Scouting forward with renewed energy and purpose. The strategy should also influence how we see Scouting. If we focus our energies and target our actions carefully, we should see results. Scouting should grow. We should have a greater market share of the population. Our membership should be focused in the adolescent age group and reflect its gender and ethnic balance. The strategy should help us have a clear vision of the future. We see Scouting as a global movement, making a real contribution to creating a better world. What are we doing to create a better world? What is the social impact of Scouting? The strategy has the potential to make a difference. Let's work together to see how best to use the strategy and the centenary to achieve the mission of Scouting.